Hi friends, in today's video I'll be talking about user research techniques like persona and scenarios. Before I start, just one request, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for similar UX informative videos. So what are personas? A user persona is a character that represents a potential user of a website or app. In user-centered design, personas always help the design team or the designer to target their designs around the targeted users. So once we are done with the user research methods like user interviews and conducting surveys, we segment the users and we create the filters of the users, targeted users, and based on that we create the personas. So just imagine that the user research methods that you have conducted earlier, it was based on creation of a mobile app like something financial app or stock investment app. I am creating the persona for one of the users who represents those users, targeted users. Okay. Now in this persona, you can see the personal information on top left, wherein we have those demographics. And in the next section, I have included the bio or short description of that user, what that user is all about, where does he stay, what does he do, some basic information of that user that gives an idea to the designer who your user is. Two most components of your persona is goals and needs. What are their goals? What are they looking for? What is their needs? So in this case, John Doe, the goal of John Doe is systematic investment, financial freedom, making profits from stock investment, risk-free financial strategies, travel around the world once he's financially free. So this is what his goals are. And the most important component of persona is your pain points or the frustration of the user. If you see, the user is using other financial mobile apps, but is not finding that very helpful. Why? Because as per John Doe or this user, what he's looking in the mobile app, he's not able to find that, or he's not finding the right solution or the right financial advisor or right support or right financial planning for the stock investment. Also, if you see, there are other components like personality or technology, how this user is technology savvy. If the user is not that tech savvy, then in that case you should use the languages in your mobile app or the design or the wireframe which you create, that should be very easy, or it should target as a novice user, not the expert user. So this kind of data helps us to know that if the user is really tech savvy, then what are the components or what are the best trend practices we should use in our wireframes. Okay. And the other part which covers in this is the brands. So what are the brands that he likes related to that banking apps or any other apps? So that gives an idea that this is his preferences, or you get an idea this is what he likes. So you can also focus on these areas. So overall, persona always helps a designer to know about the user, their goal, their pain points. What is their pain points? What is the most frustrating thing for the user? So you can rectify that while creating your wireframes. So let's see other aspect of user research techniques, that is scenarios. A scenario is a situation that tells us how the user is performing a task on your given product, site, or mobile app. So for creating scenario, let's continue with our persona example, the user that we have in our persona, John Doe. So now let's take a scenario where John Doe is trying to invest through mobile app, or he want to do some investments and he's looking some for mobile app, best mobile app in the market. If you see, your scenario is a situation about that user. Okay, it's kind of a short story of that user. So in this case, John Doe is young and dynamic guy. He's already completed his graduation and got a good job offer in a MNC firm. He's working as a software engineer and he's looking for some financial advice or financial investment. So these are his needs. Okay, so what are some knowledge gap in this? So John is not familiar with financial domain, if you see in the second paragraph, and that is the reason he's looking for some financial expert. So we get to know about the user, his frustration, his background, his knowledge gap. Okay, so these are the three important components that should always be part of a scenario. I've highlighted those in red lines. What are the important factors you should always keep in mind while creating scenarios? There should be some kind of a background for the designer to understand for the user. Okay, so if you see, he recently completed his graduation and has got a good job offer in an MNC firm. And second part of it is the knowledge gap. He's not good with financial domain. So I know that what I should, so this user is a novice user for when it comes to for a financial app. So I know as a designer, what are the things that I should include in my design or my wireframe, like those help tutorials that would be included in my wireframes, because this guy does not have that domain knowledge. Okay, now the last and the important element of a scenario is again a pain point or a frustration of a user. He has tried couple of apps but he's not satisfied. That means what he's looking for in an app, it's not for him. So what are those missing things that you want to include in your new design or a new wireframe, that you need to talk to that guy or that your user for, like when you go for contextual inquiries or when you have that user interviews, those interactions, you will get all these things to know from the user. Yeah, so that's it guys for today's video. I hope I tried to explain in very simple examples that would help you to clear your concepts. If you guys have any questions, any queries or any comments, please mention in the below comment box. And if you like my video, please hit the like. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Take care. Bye. See you in the next video.